Speculations, rumors, and even confirmed titles, all for the Xbox Development Direct event. We got a whole bunch to talk about with this one. What's up, world? It's Greenberg back in the video. Now, there's been some rumors that the Hollow Knight Silk Song is going to be shown off at the Xbox Development Direct event. However, it has been noted that there are a few confirmed titles already, so people are tampering their expectations with that. And there's been some other things about it that have come out and said, well, yeah, it's probably not going to get shown off. Although there has been a bunch of hype around it, so it's possible that this could be shown off. Now, that leads us into our confirmed titles for the event. That first one being Elder Scrolls Online, probably some DLC or expansion stuff coming out about it, maybe some store cosmetics that they could show off for the game. In general, I'm not a big ESO player per se, but I do play a lot of MMOs, and I know that ESO has a big community around it, especially it has a decent size on Steam, and so there could be a good amount of content in that pipeline there coming out for this game, especially because I know that they've been up with it a lot. ZeniMax has been on it as far as the expansions have gone, and I know there's been a ton there for that game specifically, so we could see some big reveals for that game in particular. Next up, we have Forza Motorsport, and I'm almost positive this is for the actual Forza Motorsport and not something for Forza Horizon, like DLC for that game. So it's going to be a Forza Motorsport fully fledged title for it. Forza Motorsport 8 is the upcoming title, so that's probably what it's going to be for. Seems like there's going to be showing some new details about the game itself, and obviously probably some gameplay, hopefully, and so that'll be in the mix. Forza, every time I've seen Forza showcase and Forza kind of show off their stuff, they've always shown gameplay. It's like their main thing. They always show off the latest tech as far as the graphic fidelity with the cars and the lighting and the shadows and all that stuff, and like how advanced all the things are and how accurate the parts are for like the engine parts and all that stuff. Now, next up we have Minecraft Legends, and I know this game was showcased around 6 or 7 months ago, back in June or July, the announcement trailer at least, and it actually looked pretty cool overall, and it looked a lot of fun. It looked like one of those games that have done fairly well in the past, and so I think that they'll actually do pretty well with this game. It's an action strategy game. It has like a lot of redeeming qualities to it, and I think people were pretty impressed with it back then, so hopefully we see some more gameplay and maybe even an announcement for the date of release. That would be even better. But overall, I think we'll get some snippets of the game and potentially maybe a few overall game mechanics that they'll show us. Maybe they'll show us fighting a boss, or even some of the stuff that I think that's supposed to have PvP involved in that, so maybe they'll show some of that stuff. Hopefully they do kind of do a deep dive, and at the very least, like I said, we do get that release date. Now, last but not least, we have Redfall, and Redfall is actually being developed by Bethesda, and it's actually the same people that had worked on Dishonored and Prey, and I actually didn't play Prey, but I did play Dishonored 1 and 2, and I really enjoyed those games. I think they were great for their time. They held up. They even hold up to this day, especially Dishonored 1 really holds up to this day. I think it came back out in like early 2010s or 2009, but it was a really fun game back then, and I know that like a lot of shooters and a lot of games that were like that storyline based just didn't have those like sort of fun mechanics, and they brought that like Borderlands, almost Bioshock Infinite funness to a storyline, and it actually was a really well done storyline, and overall the game mechanics were great, the gameplay was so much fun, so I do have high hopes for Redfall as well, and hopefully we'll get some gameplay for that one, and also possibly a release date. That would also be nice. Now, that does it for all of our confirmed titles. They did say there would be others, but I do want to address that Xbox Aaron Greenberg tweet. He has been going around kind of tampering expectations. Now, this is the VP at Microsoft and Xbox's marketing firm, so this is definitely somebody who's going to know exactly what's going to get put out there. So if he's tampering expectations, it's probably just going to be those few games, and then there might be like 1 or 2 big ones that come in, but it's not going to be anything crazy as far as like these like big release titles or anything showcased that would just be out of the ordinary, like Starfield or any of these other major titles that are supposed to be coming out in the recent months to years. So I don't think we're going to see anything like that, or even close to GTA. Every event, everybody always brings up GTA 6. Don't think we're going to see any of that, of course, especially I think they're even partnered with Sony more so. And just overall, basically to tamper expectations for this event, even though I do still think that we're going to see a decent amount of things there that'll be, you know, at least somewhat fun and entertaining. And a lot of these events, there's sometimes, like, they can be a little bit boring, but right now gaming is in like a super dull spot, so hopefully they give us some type of life there with that. Now I do want to talk about some of the rumors and speculations as far as the event goes, and this is just out of the ordinary ones, the ones that people think that are going to be there, but there are also some high profile leakers that have come out to say a few things, so we'll get into that as well. And so first up, we have a confirmation from a reliable leaker who is essentially confirming the title to be revealed, and there's multiple articles about it, so we can more than likely this will be shown off there because it's just being reported across the board by this leaker, and there's a few articles about it, and so I think that this is definitely going to get shown off. It is by Bethesda and Tango Games, and it is called HiFi Rush. And so this game has had a few teasers out there. There's a few teaser images and things of that nature. There's nothing crazy confirmed about it, I don't think, and I don't have a ton of details on this game, but this will be cool to see. It could be anything. I think they said that it could have a Japan-like art style, which could be pretty cool, and that it will remind people of like Jet Set Radio. But it was one of those games back then, and I do think this could actually be a really fun and interesting and kind of a cool take on a different, unique style of game, especially because we haven't had like a lot of that recently. We've had a lot of cookie cutter games that have been the same thing over and over again, so this will be a really fun feature to see, and hopefully it'll be shown off at this event. And I want to address a few other leaks and rumors that have been talked about right now. Might not have anything to do with the Xbox Direct event, especially I know one of the things doesn't have anything to do with it, but it has to do with the new consoles, and so people are kind of curious about that, and I want to address that really quick. So there is some rumors going around that PlayStation Sony is going to come out with a new model of PlayStation, and so I might have a video detailing about that stuff there, so that could be kind of interesting. Maybe there might be a PS5 Pro or even a PS6 super early, which is kind of crazy to think about, so I wonder what Xbox's response is going to be to that, and maybe we see a showcase for something, and again, this could lead into Xbox Direct by maybe they say something about there being an Xbox Pro model, a Series X Pro model, so we could see something like that as well. That's kind of far out there. Probably won't see anything like that till E3.
So another side note here with LEGO Batman 4, there's a developer confirming that LEGO Batman 4 is still in development. Now there was like a LEGO Disney thing and there was like a cancellation leak with the game being canceled, but it actually isn't going to be canceled. At least from this developer confirming it, saying that the game is still underway. There was a leak a while back from Disney with, I think, a couple other cancellations, but LEGO Batman 4 was one of them, and now we can pretty much get a good confirmation that it is still in development and hopefully going strong for that. Now, leading in from the PS5 Pro and PS6 story, I really do wonder if Xbox is going to have a rebuttal to that, even though these are just rumors about those consoles, so since Sony hasn't confirmed anything, they probably won't come out with any rebuttal, but I would be curious to know if maybe they tease at another console or an Xbox Series X Pro. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think we are ready for another console already, or even a Pro Series? Let me know in the comments down below. But if you guys liked the video and you enjoyed the content, I'd appreciate a like and sub. It really does help out the channel, of course, and as always, until the next one, dude.